ETCG1 when posting videos to this channel. And if it is your birthday, happy birthday! Have a cake or some other confection I decide to digitally display for you. Today's topic is about California's new exhaust law. And if you're not familiar with this, California, as of January 1st, 2019, now has a new law on the books stating that if you have a loud exhaust, you can be pulled over and fined. And this, I'm going to post a link in the description to the exact description where I'm getting this information, which is from SEMA, who deals with things like aftermarket exhaust, because this is a main concern. So you put an exhaust on your vehicle and it's quote unquote too loud, and you suddenly get pulled over and you get a ticket. Some people think that they're going to get pulled over and they're going to get a $1,000 fine on the spot and get their car impounded and all these other things, and that would be really sad. But the truth of the matter is, it's actually the same law that's been on the books since 2003. Yes, the same law. The only thing that's changed is they can give you a ticket right then and there, or fine you right then and there, as opposed to fining you later on down the road. More specifically, this bill is known as AB1824, signed by then Governor Jerry Brown in June of 2018. So that's when this law was signed. Went into effect January 1st, 2019. Once again, it has been in effect since 2003. And what they're looking for is anything above 95 decibels that isn't a motorcycle and isn't like a heavy truck. So there's a gross vehicle weight of, if the gross vehicle weight is less than 6,000 pounds. So if you have a truck and it's got a loud exhaust, they're not so concerned about that. They're only concerned basically about automobiles with loud exhaust. And the concern is, okay, aftermarket exhaust. If you get pulled over, is it a $1,000 fine? And I'm getting this directly from the article. According to the Judicial Council of California's Uniform Bail and Penalty Studies for 2019, the suggested base fee fine for the first conviction is $25 with a total fee of $193. So if you get pulled over and you get fined for this and you get a citation or whatever on the spot, you're looking at $193 most likely, if it is your first offense. So really, I just wanted to make this video because I've seen that there's some people out there with some concern. People have been mentioning it. I thought, well, hey, you know, on ETCG1 we talk about stuff and we pass along hopefully useful information. So here we are. There will be a link in the description to the information that I just conveyed to you, so you can check all that out for yourself. But if you're in California and you're worried about your loud exhaust, now you know what you're up against, and now you know what's changed and what hasn't. If you have automotive questions, I ask that you head to ericthecarguy.com. That will also be linked in the description along with additional information, videos, that type of thing, so please stop there. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to all those things that help make a living. Appreciate you. Be safe, have fun, stay dirty. Thank you so much for your time and for watching.
All right, so some very helpful and useful information. I want to give a huge shout out to Eric the Car Guy, also known as ETCG1 on his channel, especially when he's wearing the hat. I did get permission to do this video from him as we were communicating back and forth in the comments of that particular video. There was a couple of things that I wasn't too sure of, and I thought maybe it'd be better to actually go down to the actual judicial court and inquire as far as what the county laws were for the actual aftermarket exhaust, or the exhaust ruling as far as what is all in-depthly defined. And he was very quick to reply back. Thank you for the quick reply back as far as what SEMA actually did. And so I started to investigate it a little bit more. And so I want to thank you, Eric, for help smartening me up a little bit. I was able to actually do a little bit more research. So right now I was actually looking at motortrend.com, and they kind of go into it a little bit more. So I'm just going to cover a few things in here in the article that I read. So as far as the AB1824, what does this mean? First of all, it's not a new law, as Eric stated. In fact, it's an exhaust noise law that's been in effect for years. Loosely enforced, of course. Essentially, if you're driving a vehicle that weighs less than 6,000 pounds and you have a modified exhaust, it must register less than 95 decibels as per test J1169 of Society of Automotive and Engineers. What the Bill 1824 amends is how police can enforce that law. So according to SEMA, you'll see down in the comments of Eric the Car Guy's video where he was talking about SEMA. According to SEMA Action Network, AB 1824 amended how excess exhaust noises violations are handled by law enforcement beginning this year, January 2019. A vehicle cited for violating the current exhaust noise law will no longer receive what is known as a fix-it ticket. Instead, violations will result in immediate fine. So before, or in the past, if your windows were too dark or too tinted, you could get a fix-it ticket. They could make you remove it. If you had anything modified, whether it was an exhaust or lowering kit, or you had too big of tires or something like that, they would give you a fix-it ticket so you can fix it, go back to the court, show that you had it fixed, go to a certified shop so they could certify that it fell within the compliance of the laws for that county or the state. So that's what fix-it ticket meant. Okay, in conclusion, if you own a car that requires a smog certificate in order to register it, 76 and newer, and you have an exhaust that is loud enough to give law enforcement a reason to pull you over, you're getting fined. Now, this amendment won't have any effect on pre-smog cars, 75 and earlier, but there's a silver lining. If you were cited for an illegal exhaust and you believe that you weren't in violation, SEMA sponsored noise testing program with the Bureau of Automotive Repair can potentially dismiss a citation by issuing you a certificate of compliance. So you can actually go there and you can get a certification that's gonna help to free you of that fine, or at least maybe reduce the amount. The only thing that kind of stood out to me in Eric's video was when he said it didn't pertain to motorcycles and trucks. So I could see where anything north of 6,000 pounds, where maybe that law would not pertain to those. But I am still curious if this law is going to pertain to sport bikes. And I think it does, because any vehicle or motorized combustible engine could be cited and fined for having a loud exhaust. Some of these sport bikes, and especially Harley Davidsons out there, cruiser bikes, they're loud, man. They're loud. So I don't think we're out of the muddy water yet as far as what's all considered to be excessive noise, and if street bikes or sport bikes or cruisers are actually going to be affected as well. I think they will be, because they still fall within that category. And let's face it, if you give law enforcement a reason to pull you over by being a dickhead and rev bombing the shit out of everybody, you're probably going to get a fine. All right, I'd also like to give a shout out to TJ Hunt, who did a similar video, AB1824, talking about the California 2019 amended law for aftermarket exhausts. He has a petition going, so make sure if you live in California and you want to sign that petition to get this law kicked, you go there and do so. I'll put the link down in my description, but I'll also put the link down to his channel in the description as well. TJ Hunt, thank you for your video. That's all I got for this video, guys. Thanks as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's content, and we'll see you guys next time. Deuces.